Hey guys, my name is Rob Sheridan, and I'm the host of the show, A Conversation with Neil Stevens. But guess what? We actually have Tony Stevens here.
I'm
How'd
back
that
again.
happen?
I'm back
Huh?
again, Rob.
Hey, great. Into the secret underground
I'm
bunker.
in the underground bunker. I thought
Hey
I'd
guys, we got a
mention it.
great show for you tonight. And at some point, we hope that Karen's going to be joining us. She's a member of our core team. And our topic for tonight is, we're just wondering if you wanted to be a socialist. So we're going to explore what that's all about. And actually, there are many candidates that are running as socialists in this upcoming election for 2026, right? And hey, Jess, flash up one of my favorite videos there, and let's see what the judge has to say about that.
Oh, she's off again, that.
Oh, no volume.
Okay, well, I can fix that. Neil, why don't you kick it off a little bit here, and tell us a little bit about what's going on in your constituency while I do techie, okay?
Oh.
Yeah, no problem. So we've been busy this week. I had another child school appeals meeting on Monday. That was interesting. I had 5 of them. I think we only did 4 because one never turned up. Very interesting subject. Everybody presents a case, and the level is, when they've done the appeal and they can't go any further, then they come to a committee, which is part of which I belong to. It's really interesting. You've got not Labour, they've gone. Sorry, you've got Lib Dem, Conservative, Green, and myself who are on that committee, and that's happened this Monday. That was interesting. We've had various meetings this week regarding the LGR. Okay,
You better see what that is, yeah, because
restructure.
of acronyms.
Yep, so that's interesting. I've had interacting with Steve Race, sadly, regarding the accident down in Marsh Barton, which a young gentleman died, and a lady I'm dealing with, which I can't discuss. But we're now talking to Highways. They're waiting for the accident report and to see what we can do down there to make the safer down there. But if you're using your mobile phone, and I'm not saying anything because I don't really know much about it, just don't use your mobile phone. Put it in the glove compartment, okay? Yeah, it's worse than drinking and driving because your reaction time is very slow. To that end, I'm off to church on Sunday. I haven't been for a few weeks, A, because of the court case, B, it was my wife's birthday last Friday and I took her away Saturday, so that was interesting. And now we've got a busy week ahead next week, trying to get the motions going forward. The motion I put in regarding food waste, that now, which I put on the internet, all the MPs in Devon have now they've accepted the motion, and they've written to the House of Parliament. So that's quite good. My first motion gone through. So I've had an interview with Bradley today, Devon Life. Okay, so that might come out and to my adventures in the last few months, but that will be put to bed then. Okay, so no more about what happened in the past.
Well, it's over.
Okay,
now,
Tony,
isn't it?
do you want to bring up?
Well, I mean, mine's quite simple, really. I mean, it's a big thank you to Bow Hill School who invited me in to show me their
Cameras there.
Happiness Outdoor project, which is something that's done to help the kids essentially sort of relieve them of stress. It involves activities outdoors in the back of their school. It gets the children away from laptops, computers, telephones, teaches them all sorts of things from fire lighting to building dens and pressing apples. And it was very wonderful to see.
Yeah, we forget them skills. So when I was a cub and a scout, that's what put my foundation to joining the army. So I learned all my knots. I learned shelters. I learned how to do firefighting, cooking, how to keep an area clean. And then in the army, I used to teach combat survival as well. So, and I used to teach the different organisations. Thoroughly enjoyed that. In fact, I've got a garage full of kit. So if anybody wants any survival kit, I'm happy to give it to you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's flipping awesome.
That's where you store it, in the garage, yeah.
Hey, Jess, how about giving a hand for Neil and Tony, okay? Thanks. Okay,
That's enough.
so
That's
I
enough.
think
That's
that's enough.
I'm
go
not into
back
them.
to the very beginning.
Yeah.
Slide number 2, please. Okay, and we're going to hear what my favorite judge has to say about what's going on in the country here.
Hey,
I haven't had such a good laugh in a long time.
Anyway, we're going to retread a little bit of ground, but great thing happened, and we're actually promoting Pro Tire tonight. Neil, can you tell us why we're promoting Pro Tire?
Yep. So just over the weekend, I had a letter from a constituency, it was on spotted in Alfrington actually. It said a load of tyres been dumped in the countryside. It's about 18, 20 tyres, and the gentleman said, "Could anybody help him?" So I wrote back saying, "If you give me 3 words, give me the location, then I will go out and pick it up Monday evening." The gentleman sent me another email saying that a person has volunteered to go and do it. So I said, I'll go out Monday evening just in case this gentleman didn't pick him up. But no credit to me, the credit to the man in Spotted Alfrington, and the credit to this gentleman who went out in his work van and cleared all them tyres. And we met him this morning. Tony and I went and met him at work. He's a legend in my
there it
eyes.
is, look, see?
He's a legend. This guy is a big unit, but a legend. Been
Awesome.
here, just moved to Exeter 4.5 years ago. And do you know what? You couldn't meet a nicer man. So
So it's a big thank you, really.
Pro Tyres, you know, if you've got you got your vehicle MOT, you want tyres down there, this is the people we're promoting. You know, they care about the community and they care about the countryside. So thank you very much, guys.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
that's what it's about as well, helping each other.
And okay, so we got something interesting tonight. Okay, because the topic is about socialism, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Okay, but actually, I'm proud to say I'm not against socialism. I'm for capitalism, and therefore, I think many of our viewers are. We're offering a free annual 1-year subscription
You
to
gotta be
Reform,
careful there,
not every
annual.
year, but 1 year
Careful there.
to the Reform Party, a £25 value there for anyone who can name the 5 flags of the socialist countries that we're going to flash up during the podcast. So you got to stay tuned during the podcast. We'll flash it up for literally 3 seconds.
Well, you got to give him a bit more time. That's a bit cruel.
They gotta
Are you
go-
trying to
they gotta
keep
Google
I'm
it.
trying to keep the
I'm a
25
capitalist.
Keep the
Kid,
drama
you know.
going. They've got to Google it as well.
I'm a capitalist, so I don't want to part with my 25 pounds.
Yeah. The reason we're going down this road is we just want to show you what socialism is. You know, it affects everybody. It affects our constituency, and I discussed it. We try and stay in the box around our area, but this will affect us in the future, and that's why we're going to discuss
Thanks.
it tonight, Rob.
So, Jess, could you flash up that slide again, the call us slide, okay? Now, don't call us with the names of the flipping flags, okay? Just text the countries, okay, in one text, and whoever can text us first will win that free Reform voucher. I'm telling you, that'll be worth a few laughs if you come to our meeting, right, Neil?
But say that they don't want to support reform.
Well,
you can give it to your friends or family or
yeah.
somebody you know.
Give it to somebody you don't like.
If they're socialists, they can give it to me because they love
Yeah.
giving away money,
But
right?
remember, we're not trying to change who you vote for. You know, I'm not there to change who you vote for. I'm just trying to educate you. If we need change, we need to be voting
Okay.
reform.
Well, talking about change, Jess, could you flip to slide 5 and start the video of my favorite person, please?
Oh, no. I'm going to put a bag on my head.
This man has spent his whole life here, okay, and he's
Joe's done it.
what's his name anyway? It's coming. It's
Well,
coming.
see, he's got embarrassed now. Like he's
I'm
gone.
Tony.
Oh no.
It's coming.
I'm Tony, your St Thomas and next week
Thank-
reform candidate.
Tony,
you want
thanks for
change?
being
Vote
my
for me.
local
May the
councillor.
1st. Be there.
I'm not
Actually,
your local councillor. Neil
Neil's
is.
my councillor.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm your
Okay.
councillor. Yeah.
Come
so-
Well, thanks.
Come on,
Just
yeah.
then flash up Neil's, okay?
Ah, no, you.
Yeah, go
I
on.
have no.
And show that
Well,
video.
yeah,
hours
if you're going
before
to do
the
one,
polling
do the
stations
other.
open. If we want our community back,
Do you remember
the
that,
people
Neil?
decide. Get out and vote.
Yeah, that was-
Vote
yeah.
Reform UK.
Awesome. So the person that's coming on shortly, she's sprinting through from the other side of the river, is a member of our core team. Jess, you can flash your thing up there. And we'll come back to why there's a
Is that her
Range Rover
driving
in
in?
the
Is
dirt
it
there.
that?
Is that her
Yeah,
driving?
look, here she comes, look.
That's Carrie's driving.
And there she was in front of the house. There are 30 people that supported us through thick and thin, and still
She was
is.
one of the
Okay.
one
So,
of the guys in the photograph.
Hey, what about me? I got to say something, right, Jess? And flash that.
I think
wonderful
you say
picture
enough,
up.
Rob, but carry on.
Hi, my name is Rob Sheridan, and I'm the campaign manager for the Exeter branch of the Reform UK Party. I support 9 candidates for the branch, along with a great team of social media experts, Twitter gurus, Facebook geniuses, press agents, video techno wizards, and I'm hoping that you will vote for all of our candidates in the election on May 1st.
Well, I mean, you
Now,
were
Jess,
quite
could you put that
successful
slide on
there.
side by side, please? Okay, because you may be wondering who that lady is with a hat on. Well, I've got a friend in Alphington, so and maybe she's looking in, but there she is. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we can't mention names yet.
No, we can't mention names after last week.
Okay. Should we crack on here?
Yeah.
Let's see what's next. Oh yeah. Well, I won't say anything more about me. Enough about me, right? So let's get on the topic, should we, guys?
Yeah, let's do it, and let's get the questions in from anybody who's watching.
Exactly. Thank you.
Oh, we had our target. We had about 1,600 views last week.
We did. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but that
maxed
doesn't
out.
mean they
Somebody
watch.
did say we were like grumpy old men.
Well,
but then, you know,
that's
There
Michael.
was a
my
man that
boss.
was older
Yeah,
than
That's
us.
Michael Thief Cook said we're grumpy old men, so
He's
we're going to
just
invite
jealous.
him along. And if you want to see grumpy old man, then he can
meet Michael.
meet Michael. Michael's a legend as well. Just need to have a haircut, I
Okay.
think.
So,
Well, that's good because that's just gone out, isn't it?
thank you, guys. So, Jess, could you flash up the next slide? Don't play the video yet, but just
Oh.
one of the reasons why we're having this as a topic, I believe, is that actually we are straying from capitalism and where everybody gets to make their own money and realize their dreams into something else. And actually, some of the mainstream parties, the Conservative Party's gone center probably, or more left. The Greens and Labour, there are actually candidates running for 2026 Exeter elections, Neil, that have declared that they are socialists. And we just wanted to point out to you all that what that really means, right?
Yeah, socialist. I mean, I hate using the word far left and far right. You can be on the right side and the left side, and it all started. I've said this before in the French Revolution. I know, but
Loves his
and then
history.
I love it. But just do your research, and then you've got far left. But the far left, if you want to call them that, or the left, always bracket us as far right, and we're going to look at this right now. Socialism.
Okay, so on that slide that will flash up again there, I don't know if you can see this, but basically it's collective ownership of production, distribution, goods. The state owns
Well,
a
they
lot
want
of
to
the major
distribute the
industries,
wealth
right?
amongst everybody.
That's right.
Yeah, but you got to work for it. You can't just sit
Yeah.
on your.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd love to not do anything and have a lot of wealth, but you have to work.
Yeah, well, maybe you don't if you're socialism, right?
Well,
yeah.
you know.
Well, let's hear from someone who is a prime minister, and actually she probably would have voted for reform, but unfortunately the party that she belonged
be
to
turning
has
in
gone
her
off
grave
the
right
rails.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Jess.
Keep more of the money you earn. I'm afraid that's very selfish. We shall want to tax that away. You want to own shares in your firm? We can't have that. The state has to own your firm. You want to choose where to send your children to school? That's very divisive. You'll send your child where we tell you. Socialists don't like ordinary people choosing, for they might not choose socialism.
For any of the younger viewers, that's Margaret Thatcher, by the way.
Yeah,
I better say that.
And socialism. The way I look at it, the way this country's going right now, it'd be a strong argument to convince me that we're not going that way.
Yeah.
It
and
seems
it's one
that way.
step from communism.
Yeah.
We seem to have no say on anything at the moment.
Well, it's each step. But let you carry on, Rob, because
we'll gradually phase it
Yeah,
in.
thanks. Well, let's get into a little teaser here. Okay, everybody teed up for this? You got 5 seconds coming up with the flags.
I'll
Okay?
give them 10. Come on.
And no cheating using your iPhones taking pictures, okay?
Well,
But,
that's a good
I'm
idea.
I'd
telling
like to
you
say
now,
it.
My
25
answer to
pound
that is
reform
I'm not
voucher.
going to be getting
Okay.
£25.
You ready, producer? Flash that up for 5 seconds, okay, please.
There's a minion there, look.
Okay.
Well, that's
thank
what we
you
are,
very much.
minions.
Red, it is really.
Oh, we will be under the socialist
Okay,
government.
so text that to 07355 429 205. Okay. Conveniently, because I'm a capitalist pig, Neil, I didn't put the text message number on there.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
Well, you don't want to part with your money, do you?
So,
If they're clever, they'll find it.
okay, so what's next? We basically, let's talk about that a little bit more. They want to take your money. Jess is a really nice slide that we've got there about our favorite MP.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because a couple days ago, Neil, Steve put out a message saying how generous he is. He's giving a £3.6 million grant or whatever it is to the Riverside Leisure Centre.
Does he know where that is?
Yeah, it's west of London, I think, right?
Yeah, anywhere past London, somewhere.
And he's giving it to us because out of his generosity.
What, our money? He's giving our money
Well,
in
yeah,
his
it's-
generosity.
Yeah.
Why can't he give us more then?
But I haven't dug into it because I'm a bit busy supporting you, Neil. But I bet dollars to donuts is probably to put some woke piping in, with a bunch of heat pumps and stuff like that. What's interesting about it, Tony, is would you invest £3.6 million to save £21,000 a year? That's what they have said. They're going to spend £3 million to save £21,000.
After being a county councillor, I mean, my personal opinion is we need to invest more anyway. We're sort of forgotten down here.
Well, we had a good meeting yesterday with Donna Manson. She's in charge of Devon County Council, and we need to look at this. We apply for these different grants and funding to central government, and there's one other area which didn't get it, and Devon didn't get it. So this is money we're not getting as Devon, and we don't know why the government aren't doing it. They're applying for it, but we're not getting a penny.
Yeah.
This heat source pump.
I would say because there's not very many Labour councillors.
Tell us about the heat source
So
pump.
there's an advert in the Espresso Knuckle now. If you've got anything you want to say about the heat source pump down by the river, go into the Espresso Knuckle. It should be in for a month. I can't remember the closing date, but it's asking for people's opinions. It stinks. I can tell you it stinks, and I'm always going to be hard to convince me. And please change my mind. It's going to bring employment for a whole number of 4 people, I think, once it's up and running. Not building it.
Non-local, I would say.
Not building it, but I've heard a rumour today, the pipes across the river, which are being dug, or they've sunk, all work has stopped because they haven't got a TRO, traffic regulation order, to cross Topsham Road. So everything's stopped, and I've got to confirm this. It was somebody who rung me up and said it's all stopped till next March. But they're shoving these guys. They have an option to go up country. Now, remember what I'm saying. This is owned by a company of 18 people with all these different little companies. They're getting millions of pounds of grant money to put heat source pumps in all over the country. All right. Do your research, guys. This is a lot of money. They're getting a lot of grant money. So they ain't doing it for nothing.
I was going to say they're not doing it for us.
No. So I just think it stinks. And, and then you've got Steve Race doting. How much was it? 3 point? How much?
Yeah, it sounds like it's his money. He's being gracious to us.
Oh, well done, Steve.
It's our own money we're just getting back.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's money that they've taken away from us anyway.
Yeah.
Pity you didn't put that money to Devon County Council so we can get rid of these damn reeds everywhere, which is destroying our pavements, destroying our roads. And, we want bicycle lanes. I'm surprised you can ride a bike down some of these areas with all the weeds they got going.
Well, I just think
That's
it's
my rant, by the way, over.
One of the problems.
For a minute.
For a minute.
We kind of gave that example of as one of the issues with socialism is that the state gobbles up everything and then they dole it out to all their friends. It's almost like. Well,
if I remember when Labour got into power, they put a lot of their people into the civil service. Please correct me if I'm wrong, and I will always apologise. So They're taking control. All right. And I will tell you this, once they get control, all right, I won't be surprised if they don't even consider counting the elections next May. And they'll hold it under the local government restructuring.
Well, they did cancel some of them, didn't they?
Well, they counted them this year. So I wouldn't be surprised because they're running scared. Reform are smashing it. It'd be interesting to see what happens in Wales.
I think.
All right, because I don't know when that actually comes in, but
I know it's coming up soon.
mark these words, might not even happen.
I mean, if you think ours nearly didn't happen, did it? They fought like crazy to sort of cancel ours.
The LGR, to me, yeah, I agree we should have some form of change because there's money getting wasted and left, right and centre. But this will give more control to the government. That's what I will say.
And now there's got another slide going to show up here soon, but there's, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but there's a gathering on Saturday, I think. Exeter is for everyone. And again,
right. So we were going to put a stand uptown. It was going to happen all over the country. Just a stand, just a table, you know, with some flags and anybody wants to. That's all it was. Then I think they've got raised the colours. Am I right? Going to do a march, and then you explain the lefty side of it, Rob.
Well,
that's what
when
I call
you say
them.
raise the flag, I think what you're referring to is the Unity March, basically.
Yeah, Unity March. Yeah.
And so they were I believe they were the first ones to promote that, and then about 20 different organizations, you know, Trans Pride, all the typical, you know.
Yeah, I was surprised co-op's involved with it. You know, co-op's involved.
Co-op, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was surprised they actually.
You know what? I'm never going to shop at Co-op again. You know, taking sides.
I'm surprised that they actually put their name to that.
But the point that I thought we could make is, Jess, if you could flash the next slide up there. One of the supporters to that is the Exeter Marxist Party,
Labour Marxist,
Socialist Workers Party. The Socialist Workers Party, which has a branch in Exeter, naturally.
How many members do they have?
Probably 10,000 or something. You know,
Yeah.
You know, they're all waiting for the next job, possibly. But anyway, they believe in Marxism, which is even more extreme than socialism.
Well, it'd be interesting to bring
why don't
somebody
they go
on
and
the
live
show.
in Russia then?
Well, thanks for mentioning that, because now you all may be too young to know this from the old codger, but USSR, okay?
I remember
USSR,
Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
Give that man the free reform membership.
I'm already a member,
I remember when
unfortunately.
the wall went down.
So that was the precursor to Russia. You know, Russia is supposed to be more liberal, and USSR is a Union of Socialist Republics. So if you want to exist under
Soviet
Union of Soviet
socialism.
Socialist Republic.
Socialism, then
never brownie point for me.
go to Russia.
yeah, you've done your homework.
Have a great time.
I listened in history. It's about the only class I did listen
to. What else can we say about that, huh?
Well, there's some flyers going around, isn't there?
Well, yeah, I think we'll touch on that a little bit later, probably.
Well, I don't understand. We're allowed to march. We're allowed to do things, but I don't think people should march when you got another march. So
Neil?
Freedom, isn't it?
I know you feel strongly about this, but we're going to get to that, okay?
We could have had a fire march, couldn't we? We could all go marching in different directions.
Okay.
Preferably Marxism. They could march out the city, really.
What's that song? We'll march them up to the top of the hill.
Yeah, march them down.
Keep going over.
Now, Neil, I
Don't
remember,
come back.
just if we could flash up to the next slide and keep that up on full screen for a minute, but remember you and I went to the football game, and somebody called you a far-right fascist, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, they called me a Nancy.
Well,
Yeah,
there
not
we
a
are.
Nancy.
Oh, yeah.
And not a Nancy. I'm not a Nancy, guys. Trust me. Not a Nancy. And yeah, far right. Then I did put a video up because I actually came home that evening.
Quite annoyed, weren't you?
I poured a whiskey, actually. I had a little
Unusual.
tipple because
Unusual there?
it affected me quite emotionally because I thought, I've never been called that, and I'm not far right.
Well, Starmer was questioning whether we're racist, didn't he?
Well, he uses the word jump on the bandwagon of the far right, and that's another story. What is happening with the grooming gang inquiry?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God.
Everybody's well, everybody.
But let's stay on the subject.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
You
because
won't-
that's another topic.
Don't bait me on that one, okay?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
look at that one. It says fighting fascism. Okay, that's. I'll tell you something. One thing that is a bit troubling is people need to do a little bit of research. I was in church on Sunday. I won't tell you which one, but a young person, really great person, got up there and she said, I'm promoting the Extras for Everyone rally and racism. We should focus on racism. But again, when you look at who's supporting that rally, it's trans pride. We're against fascism, xenophobia. You know, everything's there. All these hate-filled messages are wrapped up in a nice little ribbon. You know.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Extras
because
for everyone.
In the 1970s and 1980s, we never had all these issues. People used to go out to the park. I know mobile phones don't help, but we used to have really good times. Used to be camping, and now it's all this rubbish going on in.
Well,
in
I think
politics.
you've got to blame the internet for that because they do tend to influence a lot of things.
Well, that's the big companies influencing it, really.
Yeah.
Now, for you trivia geeks out there, if you really looked at that slide, especially if you're watching on
Is your
TV,
money safe, Rob?
Well, you did tell them how to cheat. Take a picture and then put it onto
Is your money
Chat
safe so far?
Have we any takers yet, Jess?
Good.
Your money's safe.
Well, there are probably a few coming in, but they're going to be wrong. But on that Socialist Workers' Party, it says, "Fight fascism. We want a revolution." Interesting.
Against what?
Against they want a revolution.
Labour are in. What do they want a revolution for?
So aren't we allowed to vote? What, do they want to have a revolution so we're not allowed to vote?
Well,
That's-
the way they're carrying on
in all
is going to be civil
truthfulness,
unrest.
I can understand if the Conservatives were in, they'd want a revolution, but Labour are in.
yeah.
You think, what are you revolution?
Let's just go back why we're discussing this, because it's going to affect our areas, our community. Whoever voted for myself and Tony, they're trying to bracket you as far right. They're trying to tarnish you. And the people I've met, they're all different ages, all different people, and all they want is to stop things from getting worse. And we could argue this, but this is why we're bringing this subject up. And if people think we're grumpy old men, then come on here and join us. And we're listening.
Be
to you.
grumpy with us, then.
Well, this is a great team because you led it right back into that slide there because it said the Socialist Workers' Party. Neil said, it was posted I think May 6th, right after you guys won and wiped out Labor.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh my gosh, please join the meeting." Hey, Jess, could you flash that previous slide up? Because it's join this meeting on May 29th. Yeah, a Zoom meeting where we've got to learn our lessons from the election.
I take it Kitchener was on the actual poster, was it?
There you go. And we got to stop reform and their fascism.
Well, they weren't very
say.
successful.
Yeah, these are key words which they shouldn't be using.
Yeah. So anyway, we just want to point this out that the language that's being used to, you got voted in by majority vote.
Yeah, but
didn't you?
the language they're using is to scare other people. So they're basically bracketing reform as far right, racist, which it scares people.
Yeah.
And then you've got to remember when we were in.
And then what they do then
they start
is,
digging the dirt and trying to
what they
find
do
stuff.
then, these people don't want to vote Labour, they don't want to vote Conservative, so they vote for the limp Dems, I call them.
Well,
Yeah.
Neil, they always push the same button over and over again, which is going to have them go off the rails more and more. But basically, aren't they saying, you guys won, Reform won in Alphington Cowick, Reform won in St. Thomas and Exwick. So what are they saying? That everybody's in your area is xenophobic and far right?
I don't know. I mean,
know what I mean?
At the end of the day is, Labour have upped their game right now.
That's why they want a
Yeah,
revolution.
I mean, as it stands
can't
at the
stand
moment,
what
there's a
the
lot of door
voters-
knocking going on.
I personally think they might even stop the vote next May, and I think that would cause trouble if they do, because they know that reform, and then we're talking about the whole country, is advancing step by step.
Exactly.
And the question is
for good
why?
reason.
Why
Yeah.
are we advancing?
Well, I think what the voters are clever because they can see they don't like being tagged racist.
Well, it's always been a free party system, hasn't it? So
Yeah.
there's a new guy in town,
Yeah.
and really the Labour's not worked, Conservatives haven't worked, and the Liberal Dems really will never be a major
Yeah.
force.
So, Jess, let's flash up that slide. We're going to talk about digital ID and smashing the gangs a little bit.
That worked well, didn't it?
That did. They
Yeah.
are they doing well?
There you
They
go.
they escorted 15 out of the country, and then
And
one
about
of the
a
guys
1,000 come
back,
in,
apparently.
didn't they?
And that's 1984 is George Orwell's book. But can you play that video of, what's her name?
Will have to have it, but won't have to carry it with them. It's not
that's
like an
nice.
ID card, a physical ID card, where you'll be required to, as you move around the country, have it with you and show it. It will be compulsory if you want to work in this country. This isn't a heavy-handed approach. We're not planning to go around finding people, but what we are going to do is make sure that everybody's got one.
So they're going to make sure everyone gets one.
Yeah. Well, you know something.
And what happens if you don't have a mobile phone then that does that?
Good point, Tony.
Because you would
but
need a card.
So
Yeah.
I'm not going to get a digital ID.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? Starve me?
Yeah.
Not allow me to work? Well, you want your taxes, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure if everybody didn't get a digital ID, it would soon ruin the country.
You know,
Oh, well, lad, if you're a Marxist and that, you will not want a digital
Yeah.
ID.
well, not to be crass, Tony, but let's. If you go down to TK Maxx and you want to shop for abroad, do you think they're going to ask you for your digital ID?
Well, the way things
Well,
are
I ju-
going.
I just think
I played
it's-
pickleball today. I wonder if they're going to ask for my digital ID. You know, where does it stop?
Well, if you think about, remember when the lockdown, and then if you didn't have an injection, you had to prove yourself. So it could be
Yes.
that stage you won't be able to
Yeah.
fly unless you've got a digital ID. You won't be able to go shopping. And this is very, very worrying, all right? Because whoever owns that information on the computer, whoever...
They own
is-
you,
well,
don't they?
They're powerful. They're powerful,
yeah.
all right? Very powerful.
Now, guys, you wanted to talk about what happened to the council. Can you flash that slide up, Jess? Do you want to talk about? Do you want to show that video
it's
now?
a very
or
touchy
what?
subject. And
Yeah,
so-
the only way to see it now too is on
right, so
YouTube, isn't it?
I got it on the screen there.
Yeah, I'm gonna literally the way I feel. All right, Reform are here, and Lib Dems don't like us, and they don't even bring us to the party. I've already said that the cabinet makes decisions. 9 of them and 1 Green. At this moment of time, Reform does not have a voice. We can kick off and we can do this, but we don't have a say. So every time there's a vote, okay, we will not win yet. Right? But, and this is what really annoys me, 10 motions were put in. 4 were mine. I've already explained 1 got through. The other 2 was discussed. We only done, if I'm correct, only 3 motions.
There was a lot of talking.
Too much talking. Devon
The
expects
trouble
more.
is, there are county councillors
No,
out there
no, but-
who like the sound of their own voice.
Exeter wants, my constituency are fed up with weeds. They're fed up with parking on pavements. I put these motions in.
Yeah.
Don't forget to mention
people
that
just-
green ambulance is gone.
Oh yeah, the green ambulance is gone.
Yeah.
But that's
What are you talking about, Tony?
my pet hate green
Yeah, it
ambulance.
was pet hate for
Is
about
that is
5
that a Green
podcasts.
Party ambulance? And
It's
The one
gone.
on top of the hill. It's
one on
gone.
top of the hill's
Hooray.
gone.
well,
Yeah.
let's.
But going back to this, so we
Yeah.
had a meeting. I still think it's pre-orchestrated. Then they went into debate. Right, we say debate, not hate. But they put a motion forward, and it just went
Yeah.
sideways.
Let's show that. I've got it on the.
but
on the
it went
slide.
Well, make up
sideways.
your mind. This person,
everybody
I
was
think,
caught on there?
Everybody was
this
caught by
person
surprise.
says,
Even all the
this person says he said realist.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear from the horse's
So you
mouth.
make your
Jess.
own mind
Should you,
up.
can you put that up and play the video of the guy?
It's going to be recorded today, so let's see across the Devon people will see who's supporting and who's not, and who's racist and who is not. Thank you.
Well,
I think he said racist, didn't he?
well, he says he said realist.
Point of order, please. Point of order. That is not what the vote is for. To say you're against it because you're a racist. I'm sorry, Saeed. What you've said today is really heartfelt. However, what you've just said is against our principles. Sorry.
right. So I have to put a little bit in. I think he got caught up in the motion.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he got very passionate, and the words come out, and we've got to be
He
fair.
went off script, I would say.
He went off script, but they were very happy because if you think about it, they threw a spanner in the works,
And they thought we'd react.
and they thought we'd react. Some did walk out.
What span are you talking about?
Well, they wanted us to bite. You know,
They wanted
bite on
us to
what?
react.
I don't get it.
basically they're calling reform racist
I
and they
see.
call conservatives racist.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. And why do you record a vote? And what that means is normally you do a show of hands and the majority win and the other ones carry on and then the motion goes forward or failed. That's what it does. But they actually asked for every name to be recorded. And I asked the question, why would you do that? I've spoken to reporters as well, and they've even questioned, why would you do that? That is to try and label us, if we didn't vote for him, we were racist. Well, I abstained, by the way. I'm not going to
I
go
think
down
most
that.
of us
No, I think it was
abstained
very
on that.
childish. And this is what the Lib Dems are doing. They are running Devon County Council. They won't listen to us. And right now, we have no power yet. Remember, we're the second biggest party. Right? I'm saying to the Greens, come onto our side. I'm saying to Conservatives, come onto our side. I'm saying to the Independents, even you, Ed, come on our side. All right? Because we need to get rid of these limps. Yeah?
Okay,
All right.
fine.
Okay, I've got a shake on there. Maybe not, Ed. Okay. But
What are you talking about?
let's get these people on our side. Get
think
these
you're going
Lib
off script
Dems.
there, man.
Yeah, I am. Lib Dems need to be pushed out. My wife's just coming in. She's laughing. So I am very passionate, and that's the end of that. That's
Okay,
my.
fine.
But the thing is, you can push them out, but we have got them for the full term.
Yeah, but it makes Lib Dems idiots on my
Yeah.
eyes when you're talking
Well,
about that, and then debate, not hate, and then he just threw that at us.
Gosh, guys, you're really
They're passionate.
this
Yeah, I
really
know.
passionate, aren't you?
Who
let's-
says these assemblies aren't boring?
Yeah, because we can't do what our constituents want us to do because we're discussing stupid subjects instead
Well,
of just
I mean, look at the
instead of
first
getting
one, wasn't it?
funding to give to Exeter City Council. We've got money we can waste on all these
cycle routes
right, which I don't disagree with cycle routes
and swift boxes.
right, Yeah. But we need the money which we should have debated to give to Exeter City Council to clear the weeds.
Yeah, here to that one. Yeah.
I'm fighting, guys. I'm fighting to get the money. All right,
Yeah,
that's all I
thanks.
can. And
Well,
Tony is.
Let's get back on script. shall
Yeah,
we?
sorry, I'm off script.
yes,
sorry.
I can't go by scripts
now,
all the time.
Here's someone that's near and dear to our hearts, especially one of our members here, right? And this is a good example, Tony, of one of the many members that are going to be running for 2026 Exeter City Council, where Paula is proud to say that she's a socialist. I'm serious. If Paula wants to
whatever
call
she-
me
oh, yeah,
or
she's
email me,
recently,
that's
couldn't
fine.
she? Yeah.
Because that's exactly what she admitted. And so take a look at all these slides we've been putting up about what socialism means, and you can see Bugs Bunny, they're counting all the money. Okay, and it's going to be
Well,
your money.
this is the first problem, isn't it? I mean, we haven't got any money, so she's in for a. bit
Well,
of
they're
a
going to
sting.
take more money.
Money from where?
You
Well,
got money.
they've just put up the parking.
Yeah,
By the way, the
we've
parking's
just had
gone
a
up.
big meeting on that about putting up parking charges.
How much by?
Well, 50%.
Yeah, then
Which
I better
they
another.
will say doesn't sound a lot. They'll say it's just an extra 50.
Yeah, grab your money. Then another constituency we mentioned about drop curves where he applies to get the license and all that. It's gone up, I think, 67%.
Oh my goodness.
And if I will add, as I know from experience, although mine was accepted, if he comes along and says no, you still have to pay.
Yeah. Well, can I give a hat tip to David, who says the trouble with socialism is you'll eventually run out of money, which is true, right?
Did he actually name the flags as well?
No,
yes,
hey.
we do actually have a winner.
Oh, we got a winner.
Rob,
Okay,
no!
Oh my goodness! Did he give his name or she?
Yes, he did.
What does he identify as?
I'm not saying full name.
Okay. Well, what's his first
First name is Connor.
Connor. Okay.
Thank you, Connor.
Hey, Connor. Now
Make sure we got his name.
I'm going to be thrilled to see you at our next meeting of the Reform Party, and we'll give you a shout after the podcast here. Thanks very much. Applause for Connor there, Jess. Thanks. Anyway, just to put Paula back in her box, if you could flash that other slide back up there, Jess, we had before, please. Yeah. She was the one that lost against the man that we're not allowed to mention, okay?
No, well, I've been told you can mention
Yeah.
him.
All
so-
right, well, she lost
Anyway.
to Ed then. There you go, I'll say it. All right.
Yeah. We worked our butts off, and the man that we're not supposed to mention won against Paula.
No, I mentioned him now, Rob.
So now she's doing
That
dominoes.
joke's finished with now, and
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah, all right.
once
Forget
I
about
met
it.
Bradley today, I've done my
I mean, the
little
fact
interview.
is, he did well.
No more speeches.
He did well in there, and he did actually become
So now she's abandoned ship, and she's going to run next year in the Pennsylvania ward.
Well, I'm not in that ward, but I mean,
good luck. Okay, so moving on there. Let's head to the next slide because we got to move on here, Jess. Now, Steve Race put on how gracious the government is. They're the the renters. Anytime, Tony, any of your renters or Neil, want a pet, they can do that.
yeah,
Cheers.
bring them all in.
No security deposit
Well,
allowed.
did it actually say what pets are allowed? So if one wants a pet elephant, bring it in. Yeah. So it doesn't actually say what pets.
No.
It can be
Well,
anything
good
you want.
point. I can identify as a pet, can I?
Yeah.
Hey, Jess, let's put that slide up, and then would you mind flashing the video up there, please? It's a good one.
Absolutely outraged because it is so beyond stupid. It's absolutely insane. And let's talk about why. Okay, if we are to completely disincentivize, well, basically, if any of these policies were to be announced, landlords would be gone. Like there wouldn't be a single landlord left in the rental market unless they were crazy enough to want to fight this stuff. That would then mean that the rental prices in the private sector, whatever's left of it, would completely skyrocket, making renting completely unaffordable. I would assume that the market signals have completely disappeared, especially when they're all somehow taken over by the council, very Soviet.
I like that, very
Nice.
Soviet.
Yeah. Well, I'm aware that a local house anyway, somebody I know, or a friend of a friend anyway, put their house on the market. It's actually coming back
Well,
from the council.
you're just going to lose
Right there.
I don't say the older landlords, but
Yeah.
you're going to lose these people who have bought this for investment for their pensions and stuff like that. You will lose them because all the rights will go to the tenants, who will have all these animals, by the way. And I think it is suggested that if you have a multi-occupational place and everyone wants a dog, that's a lot of dogs for a start.
Well, wouldn't the step be in the right direction, Tony, be for the supply to be expanded and for the demand to be diminished? So, for example, all the illegal immigrants, they can go back to where they came from in these safe countries where they came from, because we really need houses for our young people.
The answer is stop building student accommodation as well.
Well, I've
And
already
actually
said I
build
think the
those.
student accommodation will flip and they'll start housing other people into these. I think.
if they had more supply, then
More supply.
Yeah, well, I've
Yeah,
actually.
if they had more supply.
Talking about that, I've read something that somebody sent me an email yesterday, and I haven't read it properly, which I will do. Is some of these big companies building these big projects have got to deliver a 33% social housing, but they ain't doing it.
No, they sort of make the promises and then they say it's far too
Right, these
expensive.
big companies are making money.
Far too expensive, so we're not going to build any.
They're building houses as cheap as they can, as small as they possibly legally allow.
Yes,
and they're
it
not
is
putting
pretty
social
small.
housing in.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the name. I'll shame and name them when I find out a bit more.
But I mean, the point is, for example, in America, there are rentals all over the place. And, you can go, Tony, down one block and say, well, I'll choose that one. No, I don't like the color. Then I'll go over that one.
Yeah,
See?
I agree about deposits, stupid
Yeah.
deposits. You can't do that because a person who wants to rent can't afford the deposits. And playing people off, I agree, that should never happen. All right. The pet thing, yeah, everybody's entitled to a pet. The only thing I would question, say you had a block of flats, and say there was 20 in there, you possibly could have 20 dogs. But when you ring the council up for antisocial behaviour, for whatever reason, they
don't
won't
wanna know,
respond.
do
No,
they?
they don't want to know.
Don't want to know.
You know,
Well,
I've
where-
had more people ring up about antisocial behaviour
And
with
this
the neighbours.
works as well, I will add, with anything that belongs to the council as well. If they've got HMO houses themselves, everyone's entitled to a pet.
Yeah. So let's get back on the subject that you guys were bringing up before, Jess. Next slide, please. This is the Unity March that was scheduled, or is still scheduled, actually, for Saturday.
Yeah, on
It was-
Saturday.
And look at the flyer. No drinking, no trouble, no retaliation. And if you all have been to the Exeter Airport Hotel, I went once just to see.
You took some pictures.
I took some pictures.
Which Devon Live
Yeah,
used
I didn't choose either side.
No, you
Yeah,
weren't
I
there.
gave them
You
to
weren't
Devon
there.
Live
Yeah.
and Bradley.
Well, you
used
didn't
them.
get at least you didn't get a phone call from the police. So.
I didn't even get a free form subscription. I just gave them to
No.
Bradley for free, right, Bradley? But anyway, if you go, odds are, I won't bet any money on it, but if you go there, Neil, on Saturday, you'll see a bunch of people with British flags, and they'll be completely orderly. And so the the next, and it's focused on illegal immigration, frankly.
Yeah,
Right?
it's not about the hotel specifically, if I'm correct. It's about the whole setup.
The overall thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jess, let's flash up the next slide, because that's interesting. Because what happened was, just like that young lady said in church, is counter-protest. You know what, the Exeter Labour Party, Tony? They've got everybody, they called the members to get down there Clifton Road on Saturday morning to bring their children along.
Oh, that's good.
You know, make some banners, stop the fascists.
These are
and the
children who
racists.
probably don't even
No,
want to be
seriously,
there.
that's,
Yeah.
I'm not extreme,
So this
that's
is strong
exactly what
word.
they
Stop
said.
the far right.
Yes.
That word far right is tarnishing people.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised co-ops involved with this.
And all those
so are they
groups.
far left?
Yes.
Because as far as I'm concerned, these people are going to protest about this march are far left socialists. And I do question these people who've signed up to this.
Yeah, well, I think, but if anybody thinks this is fake news, go on their website, search on Google. Exeter is for everyone, I think, or for everyone. And you'll see that exact flyer with they've got 20 groups, allegedly. I wonder if they've used their signatures.
What happens
like
if
that.
they don't all get on?
Hmm?
What happens if they don't all get on?
I wonder if they have got permission.
You can just see that.
I
can't
wonder
you?
if they're doing an Ed Hill where he signs everybody's
Well, we're not allowed
names.
to mention that man that you weren't supposed to mention.
But what I'm saying
because
is,
that
if all
man
these groups
got a
come,
bunch of signatures without councillor's permission.
Yeah, well, that's
what I'm
fraud,
saying
but
is, if all
it's a
these groups come
misunderstanding.
together,
It's
at
fraud.
Clifton
Going back
Hill,
to the march. Going back to march.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
if all
it's
these
fraud,
groups
but-
get together at Clifton Hill and they don't like each other, are they going to march off in different
Well,
directions?
no, it'd be interesting to find out which group actually puts shamags on and face covering, because I disagree. If you're going to go on to a march, and this doesn't matter whose party you are, you shouldn't have any hoodies on.
Yeah,
you
no
shouldn't
face
have any
coverings.
facial covering at all. And why they've got facial covering. And I'll tell you, there's more violence on the far left than anybody who does a march on the right, and I'm using the word right, not far right.
Okay, fantastic. So, Jess, let's flash up that slide with the flags and just go back to Connor and show what an awesome intellect he must be, okay? I know Connor. I know who Connor is. Anyway, Venezuela, Chile, Greenland, believe it or not, Honduras, and Bolivia. They're all socialist countries.
it could be Great Britain as well sometime.
And you know
by
what?
the way.
I bet they don't have Google, Uber, Microsoft, any of these companies' headquarters in there, do they?
Yeah, but I bet they don't have a Labour government who scrutinises all your posts. And that's another subject. If I'm correct, how many people, Tony, have been either fined or penalised for these posts this year?
I would like to say
12,000 people. How many
I don't think
in
anyone must
Russia
read
have
mine
been
then.
done for doing the same thing? 400. But Rob did point out some of them might have been shot, but I don't know that. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's flash up the next one. Okay. About so this is what happened. Next time? The last time Labour was in, they wrote the letter to the next chancellor and said, "There's no more money left in the
there's
till."
no more money left in it.
And then eventually, the toolmaker, the guy who's the toolmaker's son, took over.
How many
Stronger,
times
right?
has he said he's a toolmaker's son?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So
This guy needs to get a life.
basically, David, hey, look forward to meeting you again. But David's exactly right. They take until there's no more money left, and that's where we are in this country. Basically.
Yeah, remember what I said? It's easy to spend other people's money. And Rachel
it's easy to
Thieves.
spend
is it-
what we
you call
don't
her
have.
Rachel Thieves now? She's going to hit us hard. Yeah. And she's going to hit.
We've got
she's
the
gonna
autumn
hit-
budget coming out, and they've
she's
already
gonna
put
hit
the feelers out.
solicitors, doctors' surgeries, you name it. Right?
Barristers, look, Neil.
But, am I right? 2.4 million of foreign nationals are claiming
Universal credit.
universal credit, and now we want to give them a 3 point something pay. Yeah, crack on, babe. Because once the money's gone, the money's gone.
Well, the money's gone already.
Well,
hasn't
the
it?
money has gone, actually.
But again, let's bring this back to the local
sorry.
people.
I'm off the
Oh, yeah,
subject
sorry,
again.
off the subject again.
Yeah, so
That's where we have Rob. He keeps us on subject.
well, I guess they're just different examples you all are giving of socialism and
Well,
So-
yeah, I mean,
socialism-
it is a big brother society, isn't it? They don't want anyone to have anything unless it's them, of course.
Yeah.
In which case,
yeah.
yeah.
Remember, these politicians are millionaires in the end.
You think about it; they all got big property portfolios and stuff like that, but they don't want you to have it.
And I guess where we're heading to really is that we have elections coming up next year, and when our branch gets its act together, then we'll be
No,
in full
they've
force,
actually
right?
got together. So well
What?
done for Margaret and Siam. They've got the branch up and running. We need volunteers. We need people to support them. We need to go back on the page. Yeah, we are now going to go into the campaign mode very soon. So same again, we're still looking for volunteers to do leaflets. We're still looking for volunteers to help do
I've got to say,
social media.
I delivered a
and
load
we
of...
need volunteers to stand as councillors.
I did a load of my leaflets, and it damn near
Yeah.
killed me. Hard work.
Yeah, our leaflets are coming out in the next week or two. That is being near enough finished, publicised, and that will give you an update what's happening in this area.
And the reason, another example of why it's important to, frankly, vote for members of our party. I heard on the news this morning that evidently, now this might be fake news, but evidently half of your electric bill is going to subsidize all the
green,
transmission
yes.
lines, all the windmills, and everything else like that. And my daughter's electric bill is off the roof. You know what? I don't know how young people can actually have their own flat. It's absolutely criminal.
Well, I just can't believe all these profits these companies are making.
Yeah. How about the next slide, Jess? Because, I think I mentioned one of the podcasts, people sometimes are envious, like, oh my gosh, we've got inequality. And there you go. I think it's like 7 out of 10 of the top 10 companies are in the U.S. Now, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Larry Ellison, yeah, they've got a lot of money. They're billionaires, but it'd be great to have those billionaires over here with all their jobs that they would bring. But we're criticizing them all the time, so they go over there.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at what's happening. Everything's going to go up.
Everything's going up, and
employees,
people are just leaving the country.
employers, Yeah, everybody's not happy. It's proven all over the country. The tide is changing. We're fed up. I've always said, Labour, call a general election, let the people decide.
Yeah,
all right? But no, they will hang on to power. They will gain more power, and they will try and silence us. That's what I think. And I still think they're council next year's election.
Well, I hope not. But we're going to be
Well,
preparing.
they'll hide it
anyway,
under the
Neil.
banner of the local government reorganisation. That's what I think they will do. Right, and
yeah.
that's we need to change. The system is broken. Right, there's a lot of money being wasted. 80% of our money go to child and children welfare. Right, not saying they don't deserve the welfare, but I know the system's being abused. I can see that. And that's why your roads aren't getting done. And another thing, why did we used to have car tax? Tony?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming all the money went on to repair the roads.
Yeah, car tax was designed to support the infrastructure and the roads. And then gradually...
But we don't have an infrastructure in Devon, do we?
Right.
It's all
I know we're on
subbed out.
socialism and all that, and socialism is control of the people, and they want to own everything. They don't want you to have assets. They want to take your money. They'll take it from source in the end. So as soon as you go to the bank, they just take it. All right. But somebody said to me the other day about bicycle lanes.
They'll be coming under my bed
Why
soon.
don't the people who ride bikes? They should all be insured. Why don't they pay tax? All right, because they're using the roads. All right, so what's the difference? They want cycle.
Well, they want roads
help
closed,
contribute-
don't they?
Help contribute towards it.
It's all wear and tear.
If you're on that road, you should be insured, except for horses, by the way, because they have more rights than everybody.
Yeah.
Well, sir, that's pretty controversial.
It is
but,
controversial. I didn't mention that. I'm looking at it.
I'm
One
not
of my
sure.
constituencies said
We're a
about that.
broad, very inclusive house, and sir, I would disagree because
You
although
ride a bike.
I very rarely ride a bike. I'll be doggone.
What about the
pay
scooters?
road tax.
What
for
about
it.
these electric scooters?
Huh?
You
We
know,
won't go
electric
there on
scooters,
that one.
they zip along, don't they? Yeah.
well,
Are
not-
they insured, electric scooters? I don't know. Are they
Not
insured?
yet, but they're supposed to be coming. A law is supposed to be passed anyway in Parliament early next year that will bring them.
Well,
into
the speed they're
fore.
going, really,
Yeah.
they should be on the road anyway.
Yeah, but going back to socialism, carry on with the, we're jumping off the subject. I don't want to go down rabbit holes.
Well, let's flash up the next slide because we need to know what reform is going to do for us, and just keep that up there. We can talk through that a little bit. Again, the most important one is we're going to create jobs for British people, okay, or people that have come here legally like me. Okay.
Yeah, don't forget, we're talking about 5% come over by boats. There's a lot of illegal coming in on these work permits, bringing the families and all that. So there's more than meets the eye.
And we're going to axe digital ID and socialism, because one of the things, Neil, that happens with socialism is people then say, well, I don't have to work because I'm going to get this money from the state. And then that takes the work ethic away.
Well, there's over 9 million people not working.
And then people don't want to say, well, you know what, I'm not
Well,
going to
9 million people
in starting
claiming
a company.
various
Yeah,
benefits.
so are we a sick nation, Rob? That's what I'm asking. Are we sick?
We are getting sicker because we're relying on the state more and more because of woke people like Steve Race, who thinks he's giving us a gift by taking our money and then giving it back to us.
Well, they even voted about not doing anything about the social system, which needs looking at.
Yeah.
You know, I think social system should be
So
looked at.
private sector jobs, that's a fourth bullet there, through local businesses like Pro Tire, for example, you know, and Paul Greenslay's operational Fabrico.
And same again, you know,
making it
they
easier for them
increase national
to make a
insurance,
living, right?
which makes the jobs harder to get.
Yeah, it's a shame where we're going. It is a shame, and I dread to think what it's going to be like in 2000.
Well, the high streets will be dead, won't they? I mean,
well, they're on about putting them up as well. Parking, you know, we're trying to bring people into the town, and then they're going to put, is it 50%?
it's 50%. Yeah.
Sorry, Rob, we're back off subject.
Backing off and
Everybody wants your money, guys. You work hard, they'll take your money.
Okay, so what else are we going to talk about?
Well, I'll quickly bring it in now before
Weed of the week.
Well, no, I was going to jump in and say, don't forget to buy your poppies. They started on sale yesterday. It's for a brilliant cause to support the servicemen. And don't forget, November the 11th is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I must say, majority of the local Devon councillors for Exeter, majority, not everyone, I can't mention his name, everybody supported and donated so much in order for the children and the community to gather up in Hevertree to lay crosses
on the fallen graves.
On the fallen graves. So thank you for all the councillors.
Yeah, we appreciate every one of them. And also a meal that will incorporate.
That's Devon endorsed it as a meal in December.
Veterans, is
78 people, yeah.
That's fantastic. Okay, let's do Weed of the Week, eh?
Oh,
Jess?
Yeah, get that one in.
Who has got the Weed of the Week, Tony?
Well, the winner is going to be Devon County Council. So we're actually going to award our own council this because, believe it or not, that is a road sign behind there.
On a roundabout.
On a roundabout. And as far as I can see, well, I can't see it. That's the problem. So why is it not being cleared up? You know, it's illegal, really. It's a road sign. It should be there to be seen.
Yeah, so let's put it in perspective. If I was on a building site and I never displayed my safety signs, your health and safety, because everybody's into health and safety, all right, that is breaking the rules of health and safety in my eyes.
I mean, it's took some time, I've got to admit. I mean, that's not like
well,
a
I've been
2
telling
minute
people
wonder.
we need to get up.
It is just growing, isn't it? And I mean,
So well
be a
done,
tree
Devon
soon.
County Council. I'm happy to drop a weed killer to you. If somebody wants to claim that
Don't forget,
prize,
it's
I'm happy
non,
to take it up to you.
Yeah.
What was
And,
that?
I was going to say it's green. It's non.
Well, there's
Well, that.
but yeah, we're
Friendly,
We're,
it's
we're
friendly.
fighting for the funding, all right, to get.
I mean, we don't
weeds.
have anyone at the moment in Devon at all to clean the weeds up.
Well, I put a little emoji on that previous screen. That's not fair, and I don't really think it's fair that Devon County Council gets the
Well, life's
Weed of the
never
Week.
fair, Rob.
Well, I can't give it to the emoji. And I had another constituent wrote to me the other day regarding all the weeds and all that down in Marsh Barton. That's an industrial estate. It is one of the arteries into Exeter. It pulls in a lot of, or gives a lot of employment down there. Let's get it tidied up. In fact, we need to tidy the whole of Exeter up.
Well, the whole of it. I mean, entering Exeter's disgusting. these
Okay,
days.
any parting words here? We got to roll here pretty soon.
Yeah, remember, we're still looking for candidates. Remember, reform is up and running again, and we need your support in every form and shape. And same again, anybody wants to come on this show, it doesn't cost you anything. I don't care who you are, what you do, what you believe in, right? You can sit in there, discuss it like we do, amicable, and we're open for offers, so it doesn't cost you anything. It's here. And if we're grumpy old men, sorry about that, I can't change.
Yeah, and don't forget to buy your poppies.
Yeah, poppies.
Okay, fine. And again, congratulations to Craig from Pro Tire and Connor. Connor is an IT person if he's a Connor I know, so it's not really fair. You won that.
Well,
But you know what? The
Life's
saving
never
grace is
fair.
I think Connor's under 25, so I only have to pay £10 for his reform membership.
I think it's because you're
And
upset.
can
you've
I just
actually
say
had to
thank you,
part with your
Jess?
money.
Thank you, Jess, for your support in the background and the rest of you there.
One day we'll bring Jess on. Look, there you go.
So we're going to have a different host next week because next week is my birthday. And she's a wonderful lady. So
Well, it might not be the lady, we don't know yet, but it will be hosted, okay?
Okay. Thanks, guys, for being with us tonight. We'll see you next week. Same time, same station.
Respect the place that you call home.